Peter Brower here today, and I want to get you your October real estate market update. I want to talk about our average selling price in HRM because we've seen it go all the way up in April to our highest level, which was on average about $640,000 for a house. Now, we had our interest rate come in and we saw it dip. It rose again a little bit, and then it went all the way down in July. We saw our prices really dip. And this was because of the 1% increase in interest rates. Now, what's been really interesting, and your average price right around that time was actually about $525,000. So that was a really huge change. I'm just looking at my stats down here as we're talking about this. Think about this differentiator. That's $115,000 in the difference in this really short time frame. What's interesting is that prices now have increased so that your average price is about $580,000 for a home. And this is in September right now. So what probably happened, the market overextended upwards, then it overextended downwards. And now we're starting to see a correction and we're starting to see the market level out. However, in September, we saw another 0.75% increase in interest rates. What that historically should translate into is another dip. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. There is some data that says it probably will, just basically because we've seen our lockbox openings for homes really decrease. Now, of course, that's linked to Hurricane Fiona. So historically, after a hurricane, and I've experienced a few in my career, the following 3 weeks are really quiet in real estate. So we probably will see a little bit of a dip, but also historically after that 3 weeks, then the market comes roaring back. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see this kind of a pattern for the rest of the year. There's a couple of other things that I want to share with you. We've sold about 4,100 odd homes this year. Last year around the same time it was 5,700. So we can see that the market is starting to retreat in volume, creating a bit more of a balanced atmosphere between buyers and sellers. And we can see this because we're also seeing a price range that instead of it going all the way up or going down. And this really means that although it's a seller's market, buyers have a little bit more power than they've had in the past. What it means for sellers is like literally your house is going to sell. For buyers, it means that right now we have about 730 homes on the market. At this time, we had about 150 houses on the market. So we have greater availability overall in the market. So really a balanced fall market is what I see ahead. Even with all of the uncertainties that we've had around us, we are in a robust marketplace. People want to move to Halifax, they want to move to Nova Scotia. It's a great place to live, and sellers still want to sell their houses and move on with their lives. That's your October update. I want to create the best experience for my client in Canada, quite frankly.